I mean, I have clients and friends who are, you know, fitness people and models and things like that, and their confidence does come from working out and how they look, and that is fantastic for them because that's part of their persona and what's important to them. But I think we each
Yeah.
have an opportunity to figure out what will make me as an individual feel confident. That doesn't mean that's not to excuse away, you know, bad behaviors or anything like that, or just letting yourself go. But I think everybody's confidence comes from different places.
I think everybody's confidence, I agree. It's different. It's unique to us.
Right.
Because it's about the relationship we have with ourselves. Here's what I'll say, because this falls into a little bit of a gray area, and one that I think is really hard for us to wrap our minds around. And I'm still working on this in my own mind. I think we have taken the word confidence and we use it in all sorts of different ways, and a lot of times when we mean something else. So being attractive, being sexy, feeling beautiful, being beautiful, there's nothing wrong with any of those things,
Right.
but it's not the same thing as being confident. So you talked about people in the fitness industry. I
Yeah.
know a lot of people in the fitness industry as well, and we sort of have this ongoing dialogue and sometimes debate about it. And
Yeah.
my opinion, and everybody gets to make up their own opinion. My opinion is working out and taking care of yourself and putting things in your body that are nutritious and that fuel you and that give you energy. All those things absolutely build your confidence, but not because of the way it makes you look. It builds your confidence because you are building and increasing the trust you have in yourself. You're saying, I matter. My body matters. My energy matters. You follow through on your commitments, which of course builds trust. If you say you're going to work out 5 days a week and you work out 5 days a week, guess what happens? Trust gets elevated. You understand your strength. You push past painful moments, and then you get to know that you can. It builds so much trust, which is why it's a confidence builder.
Right.
But you can't convince me that the way you look, the outcome of it, is what impacts your confidence. Here's why. We know people who have a disease and they work out because of being anorexic or bulimic or body dysmorphia or whatever, and they look a certain way, but confidence that hasn't caught up to them for that. We also know people who don't have the stereotypical, perfect body or look a certain way that are extremely confident. I think what happens is working out and taking care of your body and nutrition and all of that builds confidence for all the reasons that we talked about. And then the byproduct for some people is you feel attractive, you look attractive, you get that icing on the cake, the validation, the compliments, the whatever it is that you're looking for. Nothing wrong with those things, but my personal opinion, and it would be pretty hard to convince me otherwise at this point, now that with the research I've done, is the way you look is independent of confidence. It's independent of trusting yourself.
Well,
They can go together, they absolutely cannot, and everything in between.
Well, and I think the trusting yourself is a big point because I think some people, some people place higher emphasis on certain things. So maybe they trust themselves 100% with their fitness and their nutrition, but maybe not as much with business. Where other people may say, "Hey, I trust that I'm going to do these healthy habits around building my business, or these healthy habits around nurturing my relationship or my marriage." So I think where everybody places their healthy habits, if you will, are different. So
Yes. Well,
to that
couldn't agree
extent,
more.
yeah.
I think health is like, there's the physical, emotional, mental,
Right.
spiritual. There's all, and what I believe is that we all have one or two of those that are easier or more comfortable or like kind of go-tos for us. For me, my mental health, that's easy. I read 60 books a year. I'm very
Yeah.
I'm very learning oriented, very development oriented. I'm not saying it's not important. I'm just saying it's an easy go-to. My physical health, I hate working out. I really, really do. I do it because I want to trust myself. I do it because I want to take care of myself. I would do it because, I want to send a good example. There's a lot of reasons why I do it, but it's much harder for me. And then we know
Yeah.
people who, love working out and can't understand why other people don't do it.
Right.
I think we need to,
Well, and that's where we need to understand
out.
where, right, we need to understand where people gain their strength and because everybody has different strengths. And so I believe anyone can build confidence and work on their confidence. But to your point, it may come in different areas. I'm not a workout person either. Don't enjoy it. Everybody's like, it'll make you feel good. No, it doesn't. I feel accomplished. I feel like I've done something, but the results are, it's honestly less how I look to me. It's more the fact that I can run in my closet, throw something on, and not even worry about it. Like it's just like, oh, it fits. I don't have to stretch or move or do any of that stuff. So everybody has a different reason for it. But the whole thing with beating the confidence con is trying to figure out what we can do to gain more for ourselves, whatever that looks like, whether it is around working out, appearances, business, performance. I think it starts with knowing what's important to each of us individually.